When you think about an EV and you think about driving dynamics, the first thing that comes to mind is the near instantaneous torque that you get out of the electric drive motors.
The fundamental architecture of Lyriq is rear-wheel drive. And then Lyriq goes a step further with a performance all-wheel drive option that offers another drive unit in the front of the vehicle.
So not only are you getting power distribution to all 4 tires, but you're actually increasing your horsepower.
When you approach the Lyriq Interior, the first thing that'll be prevalent to you is the beautiful curved 33-inch display. It's just a stunning display. It feels like you've purchased a high-end TV in your living room. When we're working on EVs with a brand like Cadillac, it has to be sophisticated, it has to be elegant. Bright greens, bright blues, your battery gauge is huge. One looks like it's floating on the hood and another looks like it's floating on the road. It's a step beyond anything we've ever done before.
When it comes to the audio system that we have in the Lyriq, it's a 19-speaker AKG studio. Our goal was to transport the customer into a recording studio. AKG is the right brand for Cadillac.
We want to make sure they understand everything that's happening with their vehicle. There's also the other side of customers who maybe don't really need all that data and just want to be assured that everything's okay.
Super Cruise is the industry's first truly hands-free driver assist system, and it'll be coming to the Lyriq. We've added many new features, the biggest one being our lane change on demand feature, where the driver can request a lane change and then the vehicle execute the lane change on its own.
With the edges, the surfaces, the fits, the finishes, the selection of materials, we've thought several layers deep in terms of the future of Cadillac.
Placement of woods, metal, the contrast between cool and warm, and that allows for that second read. The third read is that layer of discovery. It's those discoveries that help the customer fall in love over and over again. When you open the door, we have this layered approach to the wood and metal, and it's illuminated from behind with a beautiful texture that's also in the speakers below.
If you look on the end of the IP, we've got merlettes in there that's kind of like an Easter egg. As you open the center console, the little drawer opens, and it's beautifully lined like a jewelry box.
And it's the texturing within the metal that you find around the curved screen on the IP. And that same texture you'll find on the multifunctional controller.
It looks like it's made by a watchmaker or a jeweler. That's the kind of surprises that we wanted to develop for a luxury customer.
The exterior design is no longer limited with a constraint of a combustion engine. So the Lyriq unveils the new face of Cadillac.
We wanted to reinvent the Crest in a way that looked very technologically advanced, but had a very bespoke appearance.
The black crystal appearance of the grille and the avant-garde lighting are integrated artfully.
When we walk up, the lighting sequences start with the badge, and then it fills in through the grille, pushes the light down and back from the nose to the tail.
At the Global Battery Systems Lab, we've got our standard test procedures that have leveraged our decades of electric vehicle experience, and we've got the software and test scripts to make it all run. We can shake a battery while we're powering a battery, while we're thermally conditioning it through Arctic temperatures to desert extremes. The Lyriq is built on a new modular electric vehicle platform powered by Ultium. The crown jewel of the Ultium system is the battery cell itself, where our strategy is to use the fewest number of the largest cells possible. These cells are then packaged into modules. This system is a simple, lightweight, and a space-efficient solution, which enables us to optimize the battery energy storage and the layout for each vehicle design. We take 24 cells, put them in a module, and then we wire them in one of 2 ways. In our smaller battery packs, we wire the cells 2 in parallel and 12 in series. In our larger battery packs, we wire the same cells 3 in parallel and 8 in series. Having those 2 different modules at those 2 different configurations lets us arrive at the same optimal range of battery pack voltages, regardless of how many modules you put in the battery pack. So we can build batteries that have 6, 8, 10, or 12 modules. 12 modules would give customers the most power and the longest range, and 6 or 8 modules would give customers a more affordable entry point. We also engineered another group of battery modules where we took the same Ultium cells, and instead of stacking them across the module, we stacked them from the bottom to the top. These are used in special vehicles that have extremely low roof lines, The Ultium propulsion system will be launching with a state-of-the-art NCMA chemistry. This is a new chemistry where we've taken a standard nickel, manganese, cobalt chemistry and we've added aluminum. The addition of the aluminum allows us to increase the nickel content and decrease the cobalt content, which gives customers more range at lower cost.
What makes Ultium's technology so unique is that we have the ability to reconfigure it in so many different ways.
And it integrates into the vehicle in a way that gives more space inside the vehicle and a more luxurious experience.
Range is critically important when selecting an EV. We've designed Lyriq to achieve 300 miles of range on a full battery charge.
We will also offer both a level 1 and a level 2 AC charging, as well as DC fast charging capability up to 150 kilowatts to make sure that the concern of range and the concern of charge time is not something that will ever get in the way of the Cadillac customer being able to enjoy their driving experience.
I guess in the simplest terms that I could put, rather than asking the team to develop a new EV, what we really did was give them the opportunity to develop an all-new Cadillac. So what we wanted to do was clean sheet approach. Where will we take Cadillac in the future? Where will we take the styling of the vehicle? Where will we take the detailing of the vehicle? And frankly, where will we take the portfolio as we frame a whole new future for Cadillac? So really it was a very exciting opportunity for the team. I think you can see their enthusiasm in the product. But at the same time, we've tried to hold some of the heritage of the brand, and you'll see that in some of the detailing, like the way that we've executed the crystal crest, or some of the details on the interior, and really just the general enthusiasm for the brand as we think about the luxury customers and what they're looking for. So that's kind of the brief. Thanks.
Andrew, speaking of history, Cadillac's history of innovation and design and have always had a little place of leadership. How does that influenced our EV future?
Yeah, again, that's a good question, and certainly it's something that's on the minds of the designers as we began the project. If I think about Cadillac, it was the first brand to have an electric starter. It's had a history of innovation all the way through to Super Cruise. And so when we came to this vehicle, which was a clean sheet approach, it really was an opportunity to do what we've done all the way through the history of the brand, which is to artistically integrate technology into the vehicles to make the customer happy, to delight the customer. It begins, I guess, at the front. You know, we talked about this new face, but it actually is radar transparent. It features multiple sensors behind here that are all set up for the Super Cruise system. Or we have the headlamps that Mike mentioned, which are, a world first. You turn to the interior and we've got the 33-inch screen. We've got the decor, which is on the screen behind me, which is a laser cut veneer over metal with backlighting that's just absolutely incredible. And then hidden features throughout the interior, like the bright blue lined kind of jewelry box drawer, or other features, and the rear seat entertainment. So really, for us, this vehicle is kind of the embodiment of Cadillac in the past, but moving it very much into the future. So, thanks.
Jamie, a big question on the minds of many EV enthusiasts and those who are considering EVs is how long does it take to charge the Lyriq? Could you give us a little insight on charging time?
Yeah, that's a great question, Mike. From the day we started developing the Lyriq, we knew that both range and charging time and charging availability were going to be top of mind for any of our EV adopters. What we tried to do with the Lyriq was make sure that we're providing options to our customers. So the Lyriq will have multiple charging opportunities and options for customers to pick from. We'll offer both a level 1 and a level 2 AC charging. And our level 2 AC charging will offer up to 19 kilowatts selectable charging. We'll also offer DC fast charging with over 150 kilowatts available. So the customer will have the ability to choose where they charge, be it at home, at work, on the go, and how they charge, and make the most of the time they have available to fill their battery. The Ultium battery system, because it's a brand new system that we've just been developing for our next generation of EVs, it's a modular system. So the opportunity to mix and match propulsion combinations, drive units with different amount of battery modules to get different range and performance options has been incredible. The other real benefit of the Ultium system is because we developed it at the same time that we developed the vehicle architecture, we've been able to design the Ultium battery system to actually be an integral part of the vehicle structure. So we're taking advantage of the battery and we're leveraging it to get better ride, better handling, better vehicle dynamics, and better crash performance as well.
Okay, Mike, thanks. It is a good question. We do get asked this quite a lot related to EV architectures, because the EV architecture does give us choice and allows us flexibility. Now, our customers are turned on by, I guess, a premium luxury proportion, and premium luxury proportion is dash to axle, is a sharp profile. I'd defy anyone to call the Lyriq a traditional SUV in form. This is a really, really cool vehicle. The designers got really turned on doing it, and the customers will see that. So as I said, a sharp profile, long dash to axle, long wheelbase. What's not like? It's not to like. I mean, yeah. I'm lost for words. I really can't answer that one any better. It's not a traditional SUV. Doesn't come across that way. Our customers are turned on by premium luxury, and this vehicle exudes it.
It's a super important relationship. It's bringing together two companies that are bringing the best that we can do and the expertise of both companies, so that we're able to do a very important task for Cadillac and for really General Motors as a whole, and that is to bring battery costs down as far as we possibly can. So General Motors brings 100 years of manufacturing leadership and supply chain understanding to the forefront, and LG Chem brings the chemical know-how and the battery chemistry background, and we're working together and we're helping each other improve. And also, with this partnership, we've actually built a battery plant, or in the process of building a battery plant in Lordstown, Ohio, and that's going to allow us to make the manufacturing side of it as lean and efficient as possible.
Lyriq's design element be consistent among future Cadillac EVs?
Thanks, Mike. Yeah, the Lyriq sets the benchmark now for where Cadillac's start and design has to continue from here. So all future Cadillacs, Cadillac EVs particularly, will have the character and some of the detail features that exist inside the Lyriq. Obviously, proportion will be different as we create the vehicles that fill out the portfolio, our EV portfolio. But the crispness, the premium proportion, the sheer surfacing, the technicality of the face, I guess the novel execution of the vertical signature in the front and the rear of the vehicle. I mean, the headlamps, in fact, the vertical signature is the headlamp these days. That's the level of technicality in the vehicle. And when you see the rear of the vehicle, it's like no Cadillac you've seen before, and it'll be absolutely recognizable on the road. So it would be a sin for us not to take this as a starting point and then pull it through the rest of the portfolio as we move forward. Yeah. Back to you, Mike.
We are Cadillac, and we do more than make cars. We exist to make every journey extraordinary, sophisticated and choreographed, seductive and liberating, scored in the key of life's richest moments, of journeys yet to be taken.
GM unveiled the Cadillac Lyriq, an all-electric crossover SUV, dripping in luxury, tech-forward touches, and promising more than 300 miles of range, that aims to propel the brand into a new electrified era. The Lyriq is Cadillac's first all-electric SUV, previewed by a concept, with sharp styling, and a modern cabin. Cadillac says that both single-motor rear-wheel drive, and dual-motor all-wheel drive models will be offered. The automaker's new Ultium battery system, which is part of a modular EV architecture, with a capacity of around 100 kilowatt-hours battery, the Lyriq should provide a driving range of at least 300 miles. Cadillac hasn't provided much details about the Lyriq's electric powertrain so far, so we don't know how much horsepower it will make. The interior highlight is the 33-inch curved dashboard display. The Lyriq will also feature a new dual-pane head-up display, with augmented reality. Comprised of two planes, the nearer one shows things like speed and direction, while the farther pane can project alerts and navigation signals onto the windshield. The latest version of GM's Super Cruise will be offered on the Lyriq. The Lyriq should be on sale sometime in late 2022, as a 2023 model.